We're back with a Fox News alert. America's crime crisis hits closer to home for Congressman Lee Zeldin. Two people were shot outside his home this afternoon in Shirley, New York, which is about an hour outside of New York City. While his 16-year-old twin daughters were home doing homework. Congressman Zeldin releasing a statement that reads in part, "After my daughters heard the gunshots and the screaming, they ran upstairs, locked themselves in the bathroom, and immediately called 911. My daughters are shaken, but okay." Like so many New Yorkers, crime has literally made its way to our front door. Listen, General, I want to come to you first. I mean, you've experienced this crime crisis in a horrific, painful way in your own family. We see now Congressman Zeldin, who's running for governor in New York, seeing this on his front porch with his kids home. What political impact crime is going to have on this next election?
I think it's going to have a huge impact. When you look at the Hispanic vote as an example, this is their #2 issue. You look at just Americans across the country, 77% of Americans view this as a major issue. Going back to my hometown of Chicago, on January 1st, they're going to enact the Safety Act, which is going to make Illinois the first state in the nation to go with no bail. So people who have had committed crimes like second-degree murder, arson, burglary, these folks won't be held. You got other policies in Chicago, like the no chase policy that was implemented by Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and it's endangered the lives of so many people. And we see across the country, Democrats have used crime as their platform to get votes. I don't know if they're running for criminals or what the deal is, but it's really impacting all of us. And we got someone who's running for governor on this very issue, is impacting it at his own very own doorstep while his twin daughters are at home. This is a horrific issue, and I'm hoping that people are waking up.
You know, Jackie, Jen makes a good point. Lee Zeldin, who I served with in Congress, he's a friend of mine, has in essence run because of the crime issue, specifically in New York, but around the state, and saying, listen, you need a governor, a politician who's actually going to address this problem on our doorstep, his literal doorstep, and I'm the guy that'll do it. And it's not just New York City. I mean, we're seeing crime across the country. I think sometimes on shows like this, we focus a lot on New York because people live here.
Sure.
But this is, crime is the #1 issue in the campaign in Wisconsin that Ron Johnson is running.
Yeah, it's not just New York City. It's big cities across the country. It's also spread throughout the state. New York State is having a huge problem. So this has been a campaigning issue for him. And Zeldin knows how to tackle it. First of all, you have to acknowledge it. And he's doing that. Second of all, you have to say, I'm going to remove the liberal DAs that are allowing these repeat offenders to keep coming back on the streets and keep committing the same kinds of crimes. You know, to your point about why the Democrats use this, they make it about criminal justice reform.
This is not criminal justice reform. This is justice for the criminal. That's what we've seen.
Absolutely. And with respect to Lee Zeldin and this literally happening in his backyard, he says, quote, "The two individuals who were shot were laying down under my front porch and the bushes in our front porch. My understanding is that they've been transported to area hospitals. I don't know their identities, but this is literally happening in his backyard. And it's happening to all of us. We've all had experiences in this city or other cities where we literally turn around and say, I'm scared to go outside sometimes.
And you're scared for your kids.
Yeah.
Whether your kids are walking on the street or your kids are at home hearing gunshots.
Yeah.
I mean, this is real for so many parents. But Robert Cahaly from the Trafalgar Group, he's a pollster. He says crime is galvanizing voters and they're going to the polls. Take a listen.
We see crime emerging as a very big issue. And I think that an incident at the Wawa in Philadelphia is really going to be something that's going to continue to just kind of galvanize voters and realize how out of control the crime situation is in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania as a whole.
You can watch the full interview tonight on Life, Liberty, and Levin. Mark Levin tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But Lara, what do you think? Galvanizing voters across the country on crime?
I mean, it is a big issue, obviously, and I think inflation and probably the economy, #1, but nothing really matters if you aren't safe, if you don't feel like you can walk down the street, if you don't feel like you can raise your kids in a safe way, then really, I mean, that's a pretty basic need that needs to be met. And that incident that he talks about there, that Wawa incident, was actually incredible. If you haven't seen the video, it looks like just an army of people coming into this convenience store. And I mean, it's a really scary thing. It was so, look at that. It's overwhelming to the people that work there. What are they supposed to do? And that is really frightening if that becomes commonplace in America. We see it happen all across the country. And I do think, Sean, that it's going to be a big issue and a reason that a lot of people go out and vote.
And let me, it is already commonplace in America. Senator Tuberville,
Yes.
who I interviewed on Capitol Hill, he was saying this isn't just happening in big cities. One of his friends had just got mugged in a suburb. So this isn't something that I think people can say like, oh, it just happens in that neighborhood. It's just in the black neighborhoods. It's in the Latino neighborhoods. No, everyone is at risk. And that's what people need to know.
That shooting was in Suffolk County, New York, that we're talking about with Lee Zeldin.
You know, it's interesting, you know, politically, when Democrats run on abortion and the Green New Deal, those issues mean nothing if you can't put gas in your car, you can't feed your kids, and your family's not safe. Republicans are running on the basic issues of life that I think most voters care about.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.